Hey, how's it going, guys? Nolan here. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite horror franchises of all time. More because it's classic and has one of the most iconic slasher figures, which is the Halloween franchise. And I know a lot of the sequels aren't great, and some are really terrible, like Resurrection. And I wasn't a big fan of the Rob Zombie remakes, trying to do that whole Devil's Reject feel to it. It just wasn't for me. Now, as you can see, I'm all decked out with a Halloween shirt, and I actually got this in yesterday. You guys need to check this out. Very awesome design. It was made by a digital artist I follow on Instagram. His name's Sean Watson. He started to sell his designs on shirts. The design is obviously inspired by Creepshow, which is amazing, and you got Michael Myers in the background looking at Tommy Doyle, looking at his comics. It's just an all-around awesome design. I mean, having a mashup of John Carpenter, Stephen King, and George A. Romero in one, I mean, can it get better than that? I will link Sean's Instagram down below so you can check out his designs. He does posters. He started to do the shirts. Check him out. Trust me, guys, if you also like mashups of when they get two different horror movies into one, he does a lot of that. He even does newspaper articles inspired by the movies. It's cool. You guys need to check him out. And of course, a Halloween video wouldn't be the same without the actual Michael Myers mask. That's not his hair. You didn't see that. I've had this for a while, at least 10 years. So yeah, I need to take better care of the hair. I don't know how to do that. But this is my Michael Myers mask that I've had forever. This one is inspired by Halloween 2. It's an awesome mask. And it even has where he got stabbed by Laurie with the needle on the side. I've used this for many Halloweens, cosplays at Comic-Cons, every kind of occasion, even Christmas. Okay, maybe not Christmas, but you know what I mean. Now, what I really want to look at today are two NECA figures that I recently got in, and a couple of memorabilia I have in my collection that I would like to share. Some memorabilia that I got last year, and I got a few things in about a week ago. The first NECA figure I want to look at is the recently released Halloween 2 cloth Michael Myers. Now, this one is awesome. He's in soft goods. The mask came out amazing, both of them. I really love how these came out. Very creepy. Since this is Halloween 2, you do have to have the variant with blood coming out of his eyes. You can see here the different accessories he comes with. He comes with a hammer, his signature butcher knife, a syringe needle, which he does use in the film. Very creepy weapon. I don't like needles. I don't know about you guys. And he got a scalpel because part 2 does take place in the hospital. And then of course here you have a picture of him. I love the artwork that they did. This is one of the last scenes when he has the showdown with Dr. Loomis and Laurie. And then on the back you have a closer look at the mask, him holding the syringe. Very creepy. One of his famous stances holding onto the butcher knife, and of course the variant mask. Now this is an awesome figure. I love it. Great for any horror fan, Halloween fan. In my opinion, this is a great piece to add to a collection. Before NECA started to release more Michael Myers, I remember he was a hard figure to get in general. So I think right now is the time to stock up if you love all this horror stuff. So here's a closer look and some poses that you can put him in. Alright guys, for the next Halloween figures, and I say figures in plural because this next NECA package has 3 figures, doesn't have anything to do with Michael Myers. I understand a lot of us, when we think of Halloween, we think of Michael Myers, and you know what, that's what it grew out to be. Now in my opinion, I feel like this entry into the Halloween series is underrated, even though now it's becoming a cult classic and people are starting to realize that, hey, this movie was pretty good. And that is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Now, yes guys, this does not have Michael Myers, and I was one of those people that didn't want to give this movie a chance. I was like, Michael Myers doesn't come out, why do I want to watch it? But then, you know, as I started to venture into horror more and watching movies I've never seen, I thought, you know what, let me just give it a shot, see what it's all about. I didn't really give it a fair assessment and actually really enjoyed this movie, and it can be very disturbing. So the movie deals with witchcraft and these demonic made masks that attracts kids to buy them, and they don't end up in a good situation at the end. Now, if you think that movies nowadays, like the 2017 version of It and Hereditary, really cross the line when dealing with child victims, I'm gonna tell you right now, this one has no problem with killing kids off. And it's crazy because this film was actually directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, who was behind the It miniseries. But because the It miniseries was being produced by ABC, I'm sure he didn't have a lot of freedoms. So maybe the miniseries would have been a lot more sinister if he had the same freedoms that he had when making this film. If you haven't seen it, guys, check it out. Let me know what you thought of it, or if you have, what are your thoughts about the film? Honestly, I feel like it deserves a little more attention. Now, the reason why John Carpenter decided to step away from Michael Myers and talk about a different subject, but still dealing with the season of Halloween, he actually wanted the Halloween franchise to be an anthology. I guess in a sense, kind of like Creepshow, or maybe even the Twilight Zone. I'm curious on how that would have looked. That's enough about the history of Season of the Witch. And let's actually get to the figures. Now with this one, guys, I really love the packaging on it. I love the colors. You got that 80s looking title, and this is the cover of the actual poster. That's one thing I love about NECA, is that they incorporate the actual movie posters to their products. And on the back, you have the Silver Shamrock Novelties logo. So this goes with the film. You got to see it. I don't want to, give too many spoilers away. And then you got the 3 masks that are sold in the film. So let's take a look inside. And to actually open this guy up, you would just slide it out. There you go. So here are the figures. You have one kid dressed as a skeleton, another one looks like a witch, goblin, and of course one has to be a Halloween pumpkin, right? A jack-o'-lantern. And these ones are also soft goods, really awesome. They have interchangeable hands, and then they got variant heads to each one. And you gotta have that television set. That is a big part of the movie, and I think it changes. Well, now we'll take a closer look, and you can see that it has that reflective change to it. It turns into another image. So there is a witch hat, and and they also come with trick-or-treat bags. So actually, the very back will show you everything that it comes with. You do have the jack-o'-lantern, the skeleton, the witch, so they do give you a little description of each one, just to tell your friends. I guess they're treating it like if it was an advertisement. And then you have here how each one has a candy bag, so each figure does come with a candy bag. And then this is here when they're all watching the TV. I really like how that looks. Don't miss the big giveaway at 9. So there's a giveaway in the film that happens. And then of course, when it's 9 o'clock, they're in trouble. I guess if you want to write in and order your mask, you would fill this out. I really like how they did that with the back. So it's kind of like a catalog if you wanted to order these masks. That is really, really cool. From Santa Mira, California. Not sure that's an actual place, but really great packaging. They did a very good job with this figure. So of course, you got the normal heads on them, and then for the variant mask, you have worms coming out of them, insects. Something is obviously happening inside those masks that I don't think any of us would want to be in that situation. Not a big fan of insects. You can have them holding trick-or-treat bags. So these figures are perfect for Halloween. Bust them out for the Halloween season, or if you just love horror in general. These would go perfectly with any of your Halloween figures. Even with Michael Myers, why not? I mean, the spirit of Halloween is still there. They did a very good job with this. I love this. A really good set. I would jump on this because who knows if they'll ever make these kids again for this film. Like I said, this is a cult classic. I want to send a shout out really quick to Infinite Apparel and Collectibles. This is where I actually get all my figures from. They will be getting a restock of this one, so if you do not have it, guys, and you're in Laredo, Texas, hit them up because they'll be getting this. They will also be getting a shipment of the Halloween 2 Michael Myers, the soft goods version. So if you really love how this figure looks, look them up. I will actually link their socials on the bottom if you want to check out the store. They have awesome figures. They actually got me into collecting horror NECAs and horror movie figures. So I mean, I owe a lot to them for that, for getting me into collecting all that horror stuff. I always loved horror movies, but I had mainly collected like DVDs and stuff like that. But to actually have really detailed figures and at a pretty good price, I just fell in love. Now I have a collection and it's getting a little out of hand, but it also amplifies my love for horror, so I kind of need them. Now I just want to share a couple of memorabilia that I have with the Halloween universe. So this is another NECA, and I actually have a video that I'll link at the end if you want to check it out, where I actually take a little bit of a closer look at this. I'm not going to go full into detail, but I wanted to share this because I actually got the inside of this NECA case signed by James Jude Courtney, who plays Michael Myers in the Halloween 2018 version. He was an awesome guy to meet. Sorry, I didn't mean to close it really quick, but here's I guess a closer look at the autograph. He has a really cool autograph. I like that he took up most of the space in the window, but still didn't really block Michael Myers' mask and all that. This is probably one of my favorite autographs that I have, and I love how it came out. And of course, this was made possible by one of my favorite horror conventions, the Texas Frightmare weekend. I started going there in 2018 and I went 2019. This year I was planning to go, but of course we're all stuck in quarantine. I am planning to go next year to get opportunities like this. I've met the It cast. I met this Michael Myers. I actually have another autograph from another Michael Myers actor that I'll show you in a bit. I don't want to spoil it. But just having these opportunities to connect with these horror figures that, you know, we enjoy watching, these actors, these creators, directors. I just appreciate the opportunity that Texas Frightmare has provided for us fans. Shout out to them. If you don't know about this convention, I'll even link them down below so you can check them out. This Comic-Con takes place in Fort Worth, Texas every year, and it's awesome. And I feel like it's one of the better horror Comic-Cons out there. Currently, they're doing a lot of live streams. They watch movies with other horror fans. They've even been doing these virtual panels with actors like Danny Trejo. They did another one with Brandon Crane, who played Ben in the It miniseries. He also made a cameo in It Chapter 2. He was supposed to be on the bill for 2020, but I think he is going to be rescheduled for 2021. I do want to meet him to get his autograph and add it to my It collection. Anyways, guys, last year when I was at Frightmare, I got this James Jude Corny autograph and also a Michael Myers print signed by Nick Castle, the original Michael Myers from the 1978 version. He had this print as one of his options to get signed on his table, and I had to get it. I love it. It's black and white, and I was like, you know what? Write that in red, and it's just gonna pop. I really love how that looks. Really cool autograph. Now, fun little fact, guys, and I didn't know this, but Nick Castle was also a director, and he might have directed some of your favorite movies growing up. He directed Dennis the Menace and also Major Payne. That was something that I learned not too long ago. So not only did I get Michael Myers' autograph, he is a director. Really cool to add to the collection. Old school classic Michael Myers and the new generation Michael Myers, side by side. Got them the same day. I had to get them, and again, both at Texas Frightmare. They were amazing pieces to add to the collection. We don't have conventions this year, but Texas Frightmare has been putting up autographs that they have in their personal collections that I feel might be a little bit harder to get the opportunity to get, considering this actor and director. But let's start off with the director. Since I'm talking about Halloween, I had to get John Carpenter. I had to have this one. Really awesome. Signed by John Carpenter at a previous Texas Frightmare before I started going. They put this up and I had to add it in my collection. I have both Michael Myers, John Carpenter. All I'm missing is Jamie Lee Curtis. That would be amazing. And of course, I would love to get all the cast. I know one of the auction pieces was a Halloween poster or like a mini poster, or maybe it was a DVD cover, but they were all signed by the cast except Jamie Lee Curtis. But that would have been an awesome piece. They auctioned that off. Now the auction piece that I got is not Halloween related, but still deals with slashers. I was happy to get this and a pretty good price also, which is a Freddie Highmore signed Norman Bates print. Really awesome edition. I love how this came out. The print, just having that bluish black and then the gold signature on the bottom is amazing. I don't know if this guy's gonna be doing a lot of Comic-Cons considering how well The Good Doctor is doing now. He's a great actor. I want him to keep succeeding. I don't know how difficult or easy it is to get his autograph nowadays. So I did acquire this at an auction. I got it for a pretty good price. Came out amazing. And again, made possible by Texas Frightmare. So support, guys. Support your favorite Comic-Cons as much as you can, even if you don't buy anything. Just sharing their posts. And aside from Comic-Cons, support your favorite vendors. I know with Texas Frightmare, they do post their vendors' websites so you can check them out. Also small businesses, local comic book shops, action figure shops. And just to throw it out there, guys, I am not sponsored by any of the people I mentioned today. It's just that my collection wouldn't be as cool and awesome without Infinite Apparel Collectibles, without Sean Watson's awesome designs, without Texas Frightmare Weekend. I mean, they all deserve to be shared, you know. I never got to mention this. Before I acquired the Freddie Highmore autograph, I didn't even know these were a thing. I mean, I don't collect baseball cards or anything like that. Apparently, there are a lot of TV shows and I think even movies, they do these things called costume cards that are signed and you can get them in a deck. So yeah, before I saw this print go up on Texas Frightmare, I had seen this go up by a sports card shop. They had posted this up and I was like, I had to have this. Here is another Freddie Highmore signed item. This is a Bates Motel costume card, and then of course you have 2 pieces of wardrobe that he wore on the show. This is really cool. Anyways, guys, I feel like I've been talking a little too much. My voice is like already. So I'm gonna end this video here. If you enjoyed it, please smash that like button and of course subscribe for more. Guys, I am appreciating the support that I'm getting from the people that have been watching. You have been leaving some comments. I love having that dialogue, guys. So let me know down below, what do you think about Halloween as a franchise? What do you think about conventions? Do you miss going to them? Hopefully everything will go back to normal sooner than later, but we'll see. Until next time, guys, stay safe and take it easy.